going back to the start of the race, like I said at the beginning when we first started talking, when I was watching in the stands there, by the water side that morning as the sun was rising, and seeing all you guys out there in the water. Well, Lindsey wasn't in the water yet.
Yeah, I got delayed.
He was a little delayed with some other people, but it was quite the sight to see 2,500 2,000 people out there in the water, getting ready to swim. And the music's loud, pumping. There's really
there was music.
Yeah, there was music.
Was there
you guys
really?
didn't hear it.
Ironman theme.
I had no idea.
But it was really energizing and very, very inspiring for, I think, everybody. Briefly, if you could, just kind of share your feelings, with the start, and then anything about the race that sticks out in your mind, from start to finish, really quick.
Really quick, yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a lot, but highlights that you can think of.
The one thing, the biggest thing.
Yeah.
This story was also on Ironman. The gentleman that was wrapped up like a mummy.
Okay.
He was in my age group category, men 40 to 44, and apparently he was up there. He was set to get off the bike in right around 5 hours, pinning it just out of the water. Great. He was basically right up front for a Kona slot, and went around a corner. The tire rolled off the rim. He got face planted into a wall.
Yep.
And if you guys saw him, he was literally mummified.
Yeah.
He was wrapped.
They had him wrapped up with a big thing of ice.
And instantly, I knew exactly what it was when I saw him. He had broken his collarbone. Because anybody that's a cyclist has probably broken a collarbone once or twice along the way. And I myself have done that very thing. But obviously the amazing thing that he continued on. He got back off on the bike, finished the bike, and then walked the marathon. But the truly admirable thing is that his friends that he had been training with him for a year sacrificed their race and their possibilities. They were all that class of athlete to be able to be a Kona qualifier. And they stopped and walked with that guy the entire marathon course.
I know.
That truly embodied the spirit of this competition. It's not just about me going out and showing the world what I can do. Here's what I am, pat me on the back.
Yeah.
These other guys sacrificed all that training, all that sacrifice, the financial, everything, the financial
to help their friend,
just to support their friend.
Yeah.
And I saw him. I passed him like 3 times on the marathon course, and they were just so supportive. And that to me was one of the most. I just get chills talking about it.
Yeah.
Very admirable.
I think it was a group from Orange County Triathlon Group, if I remember correctly, and that was on the St. George Ironman website, the story you just related. And my wife was sharing that with me a few days after the event. And as she was reading it off the website, she got all teary-eyed and really emotional, just like you were saying, from reading that. And that was one of the neatest stories from all this, was just how much camaraderie is and support he had from his teammates.
Tragedy to triumph.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he crossed that line, the adrenaline stopped and he was in agony.
Oh, yeah.
Like get me to the hospital and get this thing taken care of.
Yeah,
But
it's incredible.
the support that he received, and I heard that the crowd just erupted when he crossed the line.
I believe it. Well, I was at the finish line before he came in, and they were talking about him, and they shared the experience, because I'd seen him up on the run course. I kind of figured what had happened, but they were talking about him, and the announcer was pretty amazed by what he was doing. I think he was getting the crowd ready for when they came in, but that's just an incredible what he did. But it's incredible also what everybody did. I mean, no matter what level you are, where you finished, what hardship you went through, it's an accomplishment, and individually and collectively as a group.